There's some pretty good ones in here. How many seconds long is a 50-minute math class? So my class is 50 minutes long, and I need to convert that to seconds. Bart, how should I set it up? What's the ratio of minutes and seconds?
6 to 1.
Okay, so do minutes need to go on top or bottom? Bottom. So 1 minute, 60 seconds. So minutes cancel. So 50 times 60. So 3,000 seconds in a 50-minute math class. How many hours are in 1 week? So I'm starting with 1 week, and I want to find out how many hours. So what's the first conversion I want to use?
Days.
Weeks to days. So weeks on top or bottom? Bottom. So 1 week, 7 days. Okay, now where do I go?
Hours.
Hours. So how do I go from days to hours?
24 minutes.
24 hours, 1 day. So days cancel. So in fraction, 1 times 7 times 24 equals 168. And what's the unit I'm left with? Hours. 168 hours in a week. How many minutes in a week?
10,080.
Okay, so I would take 168 hours. And then what's the conversion of hours to minutes? 60. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Hours cancel. 168 times 60. What was it, Eddie?
10,080.
10,080. 10,080 minutes.
You want 1,080?
I don't know, bad, huh?
Not a zero behind.
10,080. It's bad thing I'm not being able to erase. 10,080. A 40 per hour week job is called full time, but what fraction of the week are you actually working? So I have 40 hours per week is what I'm working. Okay, that's what I know. How should I set this up?
Find out how many hours are in a week.
Okay, how many hours in a week?
You're gonna have to go 7 times 24.
So
Week per hours.
weeks per hours. I start here. 1 week equals, what's the weeks to days?
7 days in a week.
7 days. 1 week. Days to hours.
24 hours.
Top or bottom?
Top.
24 hours. 1 day. The weeks are gone. Days are gone. How many hours do I have? 7 times 24.
168.
168 hours are in 1 week. Well, how many hours? What's the fraction?
I don't know how many hours of the week you actually work.
Right. So I worked 40. What percent of my hours in a week did I actually work?
4.2.
160.
Okay, less than about a fourth of the week, right?
Just over a fourth.
Yeah. So I actually typically only worked a fourth of the week. Let's say, how many minutes is full-time then?
40 hours
40 hours,
times 60 minutes per hour.
60 minutes in 1 hour.
2,400.
So in a typical work week, I will work 2,400 minutes.
Do you work 40 hours a week?
29 3/4. That's what
Lucky
Okay, I really like this next one. There are 5 paragraphs on a page, 300 pages in a book, 450 books in a bookcase, 12 bookcases in the library. How many paragraphs are in the library? So how should I start that?
Say that again?
It's right here on Try These number 7 on page 67. They want me to find out.
Start with 5 paragraphs.
Should I start with 5 paragraphs?
Yeah, sure.
That's what I want to
You
end
can-
with paragraphs.
Well, but if you
So it'd be
cancel...
1,500 pages in a book.
Okay, so I want to start with one library.
Yeah.
In one library,
There are 12 bookcases.
okay, so library on top or bottom?
Library on bottom.
Bottom, okay. In one library, there are 12 bookcases. So then, library cancels.
Can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
I understand we're learning how to do things thoroughly, and I mean, if you asked me that, I would just go the opposite way and just do the multiplication.
That's fine. Either way.
But this is showing
How to convert.
when things get tougher, you can't do that.
Right.
It's a little tougher, so you have to know a formula.
Or you need to be able to set it up to convert from one unit to another. So, 12 bookcases in one library.
450 bookcases, books.
Per bookcase.
Okay, so
Yeah,
one
bookcase.
bookcase has 450
Books.
books. Okay, so bookcases are gone.
300 pages per book.
One book, 300 pages. So books are gone.
5 paragraphs per page.
One page, 5 paragraphs. Pages are gone.
8,100,000 paragraphs in the library.
8 million, how many?
100,000.
100,000 paragraphs.
How many letters are in a paragraph?
How about this one? If each paragraph takes 15 seconds to read, how long would it take you to read everything in the library?
Let's say that again.
It says, if each paragraph takes 15 seconds to read, how long in hours, in days, in weeks, and in years?
I can calculate that, but it'll take a little while.
Okay, so let's do it. 8,100,000 paragraphs. Okay, so what's the speed to read a paragraph?
15 seconds?
15 seconds.
So you got to times that by 15 seconds.
One paragraph. Then I need to go seconds to hours. Wait a minute. This number should be getting smaller.
No, actually, it's going to go bigger first. Because you got to figure out how many seconds it takes to read each paragraph, and then you can start shrinking it. So you got to times 8,100,000 by 15,
Okay. X. Okay.
which
Divide by 6.
the
So then we divide into minutes and hours and days and weeks and years. Okay.
yeah you're going to end up with 1215 or 1,215,000,000
Seconds.
seconds, and then you'll start dividing it by 60.
Okay, so what's the conversion seconds to minutes?
60 seconds per minute.
60 seconds in 1 minute. So then seconds cancel. I'm left with minutes. What's the conversion in minutes to hours?
60.
60 minutes, 1 hour. So then minutes are gone. So how many hours will it take? So 8,100,000 times 15. and then divided by 60, divided again by 60. How many hours?
How many times do you divide by 60? Twice?
Divided twice.
300. Yeah, 337,500.
337,500 hours to read the library, okay? And then convert that into days. How many hours in one day?
24.
Hours on top or bottom?
Hours on bottom.
Hours on bottom. You need hours to cancel. Okay. So hours.
14,062 and a half days.
14,062 and a half days to read the whole library. Okay, and then how many weeks? What's the conversion, days to weeks?
7.
So days on top or bottom?
Oops.
It's only 33,750.
Did I punch it in wrong?
7 days.
You just put an extra zero somewhere. When you were dividing by 60. I don't know. It's only 33,000.
33,750.
Yeah, I think I added one extra zero when I was punching it into the millions.
Okay. Good thing we have this awesome whiteboard. Okay, so I got rid of hours. So how many days? So 33,750 divided by 24. How many days?
1,406.25.
Okay, and then I want to convert to weeks. So
Divided by 7.
divide by 7.
200.89.
200.89 weeks. And then convert to months. So how many weeks in a month? So weeks on top or bottom? 4 weeks, 1 month. Okay, weeks are gone. How long in months will it take to read the library?
50.2.
50.2 months. That's not very long.
No, weeks.
To read that whole.
50.2 weeks.
50.2 weeks.
Basically, it'd take you a year to read everything in the, just shy of a year to read everything in the library.
You concur? Art?
Are we done with this math problem?
Are we done with this math problem?
No, I just have something that's probably really simple, but you say there's 4 weeks in a month, but it's 4 point something.
It
Can
is.
we do that math problem? Would that be?
Well, what you could have done instead of skipping, doing all those, is when you did the days, you could have instantly turned it to a
Days
year
to
by
years.
doing 365 days. Give you how long, how much a year
So
would
that's
take.
actually kind of what we're doing. We could use that, because I just made me realize what is the actual answer, 4.1, 4.2 weeks. But we could use the same process to convert. Does that make sense?
It
How do
does.
we-
Yes, it does.
Can we do
Let's,
that?
yes, so let's go back.
So 33.7?
So
Divided by 365 days.
33,750 hours was how long it took us to read the whole library. Okay, so how do we want to convert? Bart, you tell me. What do we want to figure here?
I'm lost. What's the question?
You just asked me if we could do that a different way, so let's do it a different way.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to figure out how many weeks in a fraction form are there in a month on average? Is that what we're doing? Oh,
So this is our hours.
okay.
So then what's the next step?
Can we
gotta convert it into days.
Convert it to days. So 24 hours in 1 day. Okay, so how many days will it take to read the library?
1,406.
1,406. 1,406.25 days to read the library. Okay. 1,406.25 days. Let's do it Bart's way. How many days are in a year? Okay, so 365 days in a year. Okay, so do that one.
Years?
3.85 years
That's right.
To read the library.
to read the entire library.
And that's if they don't get any new books while they're reading.
Right. Okay, let's actually write that decimal out all the way, and then we'll do it the other way and see how different. I don't mind erasing. So that's really 3.85273977.
2739726.
That's the biggest number our calculator will go to. So let's go back. 1406.25 days. And then days to weeks.
Let's write this other one down before my calculator turns off.
Okay.
3.8527397726.
Okay.
Years.
Years. Okay, converting directly from days to years. That's what we got. Now let's go the long way. So days to weeks.
That would be 200.89.
7 days, 1 week. Days cancel. Weeks to months, let's say 4 weeks, 1 month. Weeks are gone. How many months in a year?
12.
12 months, 1 year. Okay, so do that on the calculator and see how close they are. So 1406.25 divided by 7, divided by 4, divided by 12 equals 4.18. 4.185267857. So to be really accurate, this would be the one we would need to change, right?
Yeah.
We would need to figure out the fraction, because there's not always exactly 4 weeks in 1 month.
That changes it by,
Not even the same number of days.
Right. Okay. So that changes it. So how could we find out exactly how many weeks are in a month? How could we do that?
you take.
52 divided by 12.
Your answer, 4.18?
This was the
So you
answer
take 365 divided by 12.
if we did it this way, where we went days to
365
weeks,
days,
weeks to
12
months,
months
months
a
to
year.
years.
So you take 365 divided by 12.
So I have 365 days. So convert that to
It's 30.41 days.
30.41 days. So how'd you do it? Tell me how.
I did 365 divided by 12 for 12 months.
Days. So what's the conversion rate?
It breaks down to, in 365 days in 12 months, breaks down to 30.41 days per month.
30.41 days in a month. Okay, so now let's go back and put this into this formula. So 1406.25 days. Converting to years. So let's go days to weeks, or no, days.
I think we have to go days straight to months.
Let's go days straight to months. So days on top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom. 30.41 days is equal to 1 month. So then our days cancel. And then months to years, months on top or bottom?
Months on bottom.
Months on bottom, 1 year, 12 months. All right, how different is our answer?
It's a lot closer.
What do we got?
1406.25
30.
divided by 30.41 divided by 12 equals 3.85358. How are we doing? 84347. So that value is a lot closer, right? If we round it off 3.85.